Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston man, do the damn thing.
We all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.
Boom, just like that. We all gonna die Wednesday. Teresa Buchanan, Grit and Grace. Dania Natalie, breaking news alert. Plane crash in New Jersey, mass casualties. Oh, no. Rob B, good to see you. CUCV Farmer, Scott Hummer, Dana Let's Prep, Betty Lou, Rapture Ready, Michelle PW, Sorsha, good to see you. Rural 2IC in the house. CUCV Farmer, Scott Hummer, hello again, my friend. Good to see everybody. Moldy's in the house, too, no doubt. What's good, everybody? It's Wednesday. We've made it to the halfway point of the week. Eric N1RV, hello to you and the family and the whole N1RV clan. Big hearts and birthday cakes. I hope y'all are getting ready to celebrate America's motherfucking birthday. You ready, Livingston man? I'm ready. I'm ready for fireworks. I'm ready for barbecue, bro. I'm ready for a good time. I'm ready to take it easy for a couple of days and just enjoy some downtime for a change. I've been running, bro. Running. That's why I was late tonight. Work shit. Sorry. Rob B says, tell your cat I said, pss, 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 Livingston man. Gypsy, good to see you. Kane Corso, good to see you. Jason M. Smith, is Jersey an actual place or just a meme? No, Jersey's real. 5 parish small plane, says Shorsha. Sucks, man. Sucks. Accidents, leading cause of death for males up to the age of 45. Accidents. Above 45, that's when those long-term illnesses will get you. So at 45, as a man, you are completely invincible from either or.
So I'm just like right on the cusp then.
Yeah. Next year you're invincible. At 45, you are invincible, and at 46, the long-term ailments will get you.
All of a sudden, the
and
allegations
at
catch
44,
up with
it's most likely an
you. Would
accident.
be a good time to hit that money button, wouldn't it, folks?
Oh, look at that.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, Livingston.
Right now, so Michael, I had an idea, right, an epiphany, if you will, because I thought that it would be hilarious, right, to walk around the 4th of July weekend talking like this.
No.
Oh, how you doing?
It's not a good look
Don't
for you,
refer
bro.
to the colonists as rebels. Filthy colonists.
Rebel rouses.
Get my ass beat at the local, what do you call it? The gas station. That's
Yeah.
Call it petrol station, right? Bro,
Yeah. No, it's gasoline.
if I get stuck in the accident, I can't get out. You need to do something about it.
We're going to have to reprogram this guy before the night's out, I'm telling you.
That's enough.
So listen, there's all kinds
What's your
of...
problem anyway? You came in here late with no fucking title for
I
the
did.
live stream about
Eric.
longer than 30 times.
Eric, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Sure Skeptic, thank you so much for joining the memberships. We really, really appreciate it. William K is good to see you. Dan H says, I want to find that happy age where I just die in the middle of naughty time. Hey, everybody can dream, right? But there is.
So I used to think that the greatest way a person could die was screaming hallelujah, but it's a close second. If
There you go. There you go.
it's a good one.
What's with the prisoner country accent? I'm glad he's off the kick. That's all. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it
They
up.
call it
Jason,
the prisoner
don't-
country because we had to transport the filthy Irish down to the Australia there. Right.
Man, listen. There's a lot of rumors of threats and things like that around the 4th of July. The best advice that I can offer everybody is stay vigilant. STP says almost died today, passed out in the garden, first time in a while. I'm so sorry, STP. You gotta chill out, eat, drink some more water, Put your feet up, chill out. Put your feet up, relax. No, don't break the number one rule of survival, and we're extra careful on Wednesdays because we know there's 6 million ways to we all gonna die Wednesday, right? And counting, apparently, because they invent new ones every day, right, Livingston, man? You know, new bombs, new rockets, new hand grenades.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Yeah.
You know, they said that back in 1993.
Bourbon and gardening in the sun don't mix. True story. Got to take it easy out there.
Don't get me started.
Rapture Ready says Trump just asked the Department of Justice to look into arresting Alejandro Mayorkas for aiding and abetting an invasion of our country. That's interesting. I wonder. I've heard a lot of rumors of. I shared some of these rumors today in Messenger. And there's rumors that DC is being kind of walled off right now, right? I'm not sure. I can't confirm any of this stuff. I dug a little deeper and didn't find much. I mean, there's generally threats around holidays, and it's typically a blanket statement, right? That every holiday they just change the date and put the new piece of paper out, right, and send it on its way. David Baez, good to see you. I don't know. The best thing we can do is stay vigilant. Hopefully you're already prepared, right? You've been doing the thing, putting stuff away, and hopefully you never need it. Hopefully it's all just static in the background, distraction tactics, right? It's hard to tell. These things just kind of happen, right? They call them spontaneous events. Livingston, man. Spontaneous events. I don't know. Dana Let's Prep says, I wanted to go to West Point, but now no one wants to go. They put a great show and fireworks, maybe next year again. Dana, you can watch them from anywhere along the Hudson River. All you got to do is get within view shed of West Point.
I took that to mean they wanted to attend West Point. Never mind.
No. Attend the fireworks at West Point. I mean, it's America's birthday. Leave it to the West Point cadets to get it done.
Well, let's not forget that our... whoever the adversary is supposed to be, would deny you your freedoms and your way of life. Don't let it get in your mind
Yeah, for real.
You can't go and be red-blooded American and do your thing on the 4th of July, man. That's all. That's you stand in defiance of that.
For real.
And maybe you almost want to cultivate some respect from your enemy. You wonder if, chivalry used to be a thing. It certainly isn't anymore. Now it's anonymously done through drones and cyber attacks and every other thing.
True story.
For a We All Gonna Die Wednesday, I'm sitting here thinking, like, we need to cut the shit, man. I don't know, the 11 millionth time, it ain't the people who are starting these conflicts. It is I say, let them who start it go fight it.
For real.
And when all of us citizens of the world realize that we're all manipulated by a cabal of nefarious creatures, we will stand together, because I promise you, I got more in common with an illegal Mexican, with some kid in Palestine, with some Hebrew person in Israel who's just trying to go to work, and some Iranian who is just trying to go to work, than any of these people that actually instigated any of this conflict. And the sooner 98% of the billions of people on the planet Earth realize this, I think then we can move forward. Till then, we all gonna die.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. There's just too much division.
Well, not with that attitude, mister.
Livingston, man, there's too much division. The only common ground that we
not
have
after what I just said. I just ended.
Is that we're human, right?
I just
That's
ended
it.
world conflict.
It ends at we're all human.
I virtue signaled so hard. Well, yeah, because what the fuck else is there?
That's it. Well, then it's divide. Then it's my skin's darker than yours, or your hair is different than mine. Your eye color is wrong. You have hairy legs.
And you know that that's taught. I mean,
it's observations, you know.
Yeah,
and then people
what's observed is that children do not exhibit that sort of behavior.
I miss that so much from my kids. The color blindness, the economic blindness. They just saw another person their age that they had fun with, and they are the greatest person in the world.
I want this shit on my motherfucking tombstone, bro.
I'm going to stay stoned until I die.
And then I want to say, and he did.
And he did. I miss it a lot, because the innocence was there. Everybody was equal. There was no...
What happened?
They have more money than us, or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just with kids, it doesn't matter. Right, none of that exists. So where does it
change, and what ends up? Why? How
the social pecking order? Once the cool kids start worrying about this and that, then you have to worry about this and that if you want to be the cool kid, right? And that's where it starts. It was in elementary school. I want to say 3rd grade. So I would say right about there, that age group is where the differences start to become noticed, right? You've been out of the house for a couple of years now.
Yeah, stupid fucking questions like, why are you black? Because you're kids and they don't know. And like the other one would be like, I don't know, man. Like, you know, and then they go home and ask their mom, like, why are we black? And these are important conversations.
Yeah.
But it turns into why are we, but at that point is where you confuse like your genetic history with some sort of fundamentalism. Like you got to feel some way about it. You got to have to, it's in my blood. That's everybody from like, oh, we was Vikings, we was Romans, we was this, we was that. Okay, but the operative word here was. You was that.
Yeah, you've evolved into something completely different.
We
as a society, for sure.
We is kings. Let's go with that then. Okay.
Well, that's kind of the way.
Mutual respect for your fellow man until and unless, and then, and this requires, of course, me projecting my moral compass. And this is something I don't do. You're not supposed to do this. Assume that like somebody would act like you, but I think, given like how far, like here we're talking about ideologies and nationalism and culture, religion. Okay, you can make people believe in an idea. And I don't know why we can't all... Christ, why can't we all just get along? Yeah.
He keeps coming back to it. He's terrible at this.
I feel like it's fucking easier, man. I don't know.
It should be. It's it's definitely drawn up into... It's ingrained in us now. And it's the media that does it, honestly. The music, right? Class warfare. Social pecking orders and the such. I mean, it sucks. I saw an article the other day that really struck me, and I shared it with a few people. It was a company, right, that one of the apps So the advertiser bought in, and they wanted to know the moment a female deletes a selfie, so it can instantly target beauty items to these people because they deleted the selfie. They didn't feel good about it. So instantly we want to sell them something that's going to make them feel better about themselves. And this is what they pay for when they take your data, right? They target your children, and they wanna sell them
when
stuff.
they say they're gonna sell your data. What they're selling is the innocuous things you do when you're just doom scrolling on your phone. You don't really
but they use it for nefarious methods, Livingston.
And they're doing a sort of like digital psychology of you. They're like making a profile of you. That's what the algorithm is. Your profile. They even call it that. You know who else does profiles? The FBI. Like. Okay. Yeah. The permanent record they were telling you about, you get to write it yourself. And they sell it to
advertisers.
Yeah, and make money from you. You write the story, they get the money.
It's
Truman Show.
It's crazy.
They think I'm the main character. Well, yeah, given what I just said, you are the main character in your life. Like the whole damn algorithm devoted to selling you shit you don't need, bro. Like
Tuck says we are all livestock to them. Livestock. I agree that they refer to us as the cattle, the masses, right? That's it. That's all we are. We're just numbers. If a big incident happens, the governor says, how many people did we lose? And it's like, oh, we only lost this many. It's, 1,500 people. Oh, well, it could have been much worse. They don't care. Those are just numbers on a page. You become a statistic, right? Then you're part of the we all gonna die Wednesday.
There's safe people in safe places dictating to the rest of us, kind of like, just pushing the agenda. We are living in like something I tried to figure out how to articulate. I sat on a lawnmower all day. I didn't even listen to no music, and I was trying to figure. I didn't even know where you wanted to go with this stream tonight. So
it doesn't even have a name. It's just 1:30.
But I was trying to articulate my perception of the world now, and it would seem to be a cross between, like, if WWE all of a sudden burst into like
the government,
C-SPAN. So cross these two. It's Bernie Sanders with the chair.
You're not far off.
I feel like
it's become a circus.
Not far off from this actually happening at this point. Like, I mean, because unprecedented events, bro. You got to drum them up from somewhere.
Listen, there's a lot of talk, a lot of back channels about something going down on the 4th, some big announcement coming from Trump on the 4th. And then, and again, so the rumors I'm hearing are they're potentially walling off like the Treasury, the White House, things like that. They're blocking streets.
I will have my wall. It will not stop me from building my wall. I will build a wall around something, anything.
Change has to happen. Right. We all agree that the current trajectory is not sustainable whatsoever.
I don't know. I mean, I think we should probably just elect another like senile 80-year-old person to office is what I think we should do, and just keep running with that model. That seems to be doing just fine for both sides of the aisle at this point. Donald Trump recently discovered what groceries are, apparently. He can't get off it. He's explaining it to other world leaders as if it's a distinctly American thing. Groceries. When you go to the store and you buy things. You can look this up. I'm not playing. I'm not clowning. I'm not trying to diss. I'm
what I'm
saying.
The instant. So you know what the problem is nowadays, Livingston, man. The first thing that comes to mind when you say something like that is
Ivory Towers.
No, another fake AI video got people believing shit that's not true. Because the AI is, it's. I said 6 months. It's been like 6 weeks. It's there. It's there. The copies of the voices from people in mainstream media, the likenesses, with a little fast action. It's all real.
You immediately dismissed what I said as like AI. Like you're like couldn't happen. It did happen. Like multiple networks.
Yeah. Like are people really are we're that disconnected at this juncture?
No, I think the world leaders are.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Trying to make.
It's the 1% versus everybody. The 1% doesn't even know what the fuck groceries are. They just open the fridge and there's food in there because, you know, the lady that does that does that. They don't even have to worry about that shit themselves. This
is the implication I was making here. Is that
they're so out of touch.
He's making so much like of that he lowered the price of the groceries, but he literally recently found out what those even are. Like, this is who is... Why shit costs so much is because the people in charge don't think that $100 for a banana is that much. That's our problem right there. Like,
yeah, the problem is we, the people, are not represented in Congress, in the White House, in any of these aspects. We, the people, the average working class people, your peers, are not represented in government whatsoever.
A government of the people, okay, failed that test. By the people, that's pretty questionable given that, I don't know, I feel like election...
59 or 49, 51, right?
Every time. And for the people, failed that one miserably too. I think the government is for some people, and I think it's for the...
Yeah, it's for those people. It's
those guys. Like the
Thanks, Indy. Appreciate it, sister.
Is the world waking up? Like, you should keep your ear to the ground because perhaps there would be some kind of like upheaval where like
an apocalypse, even Livingston.
Well, if in right? An apocalypse. I imagine a social one where it's going to be a hot summer for one.
Well, the social order, right?
You might see just mass protests in, you know, across the board, not just like against Trump, but
no, people are just fed up.
Everything, man.
People are fed up.
Do you guys remember what happened at Woodstock '99? I watched the train wreck thing.
Oh yeah, when Limp Bizkit came out and burned the whole place down.
It was more complicated than that. But this whole thing went wrong. But at the end of the day, it happened because everybody was just so fed up with just not any one thing, but just everything.
Yep.
And I think that that's what's going to spark not an apocalypse, but like a mass, like America's
without rule
tonight.
of law.
Like, yeah. And it might be a Wednesday, although it's weird though, a work day. Usually these protests like will simmer over on a Saturday or Sunday night.
Typically,
right.
Typically Friday night, right? Because you got all weekend.
You know what would be really creepy is if like all this talk of like fake AI shit is if we revealed to you that actually this entire thing was like AI, bro.
Ooh, Brent Gerald says AI is the ghost in the machine. Rum Runner. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Brent, yeah. It could be. It totally could be.
It ain't got no brains in it.
Well, it has reasoning.
It has.
They created it.
I could rail against the upper class some more if you like.
They created it. It's.
They do this thing that because of their.
They can't stop it. I think singularity is already here.
Singularity.
Yeah, it's where it's self-aware.
Of the AI we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now AI is still like weak.
I don't think so. I think they let the genie out of the bottle and they don't know what to do.
I think like AI has got to be like some sort of biblical Nephilim, right? It's like a human / like archangel type of like powerful.
It's a cyborg for real.
But it just like any human being. All right, so take like we like to assume because we're humans and have experience and have been passed down knowledge that. We assume that other people would do this. I sent my brother-in-law to grab a square out of the toolbox one time, and him having never seen a square in a toolbox before, so go get the frame and square.
Couldn't find the triangle.
And I'm like, I came out like, I'm like, where the hell did he go? And I went back in there. I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, well, I can't find it. I'm like, it's right there. And he's like, and he says to me, looks me right in the eye, indignant, says, that's a fucking triangle. And I was like,
got him.
I never thought about that. I sent them to find a square, but what I wanted was a triangle. And these are things that can only be passed down through intimate, like hand-to-hand, hands-on knowledge. AI will constantly fail at these types of scenarios. It's bad at stuff still, and it's prone to misinformation and can be biased based on its programming.
That's the shit version that they give us to use. What the government is using, what everybody else is using,
we got to get all this energy upgrades,
is by far smarter than all of the other ones combined. Right?
You got to burn.
They let us use with the toy.
Oh, yeah, and you make your stupid fucking pictures and your fake ass videos of them. They're laughing at you all the way to the box office. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No news like bad news.
It's true. It's true.
We could make an AI video. Oh wait, we have done that before. Hackers, 1.7 billion passwords get fucking leaked every day.
Jailbroke AI is self-aware. No shit.
I love it when they say exactly, or when they agree with me, and I don't know why, because I don't even know what I said. Appreciate you, David Bass. Baez.
So, I don't know a lot about this.
I don't trust it. And it happened. I prophesied it, and you can go all the way back. I prophesied. I didn't predict it. I prophesied it. It was told to me in a vision. An AI song became like a big hit.
Okay.
And then like controversy about it. And now that allegedly AI artist is defending itself that it's real and is justifying its allegedly artificial AI thing. I said that this would happen. Eventually, you're going to see this more and more. It's already happening in Facebook Reels. Now you're going to see it on Spotify. I see it on local radio stations. They make their silly little theme song. I got one, too.
Donald, I think you're on to something, buddy.
But AI is going to slowly creep into every single thing to where you will intentionally, I think, really not be allowed to know what's actually real unless you saw it with your own two eyes, which is the way it should be. And they'll try to make you question your own lying eyes. They'll tell you that's not what you saw.
Listen,
there's a lot to think about in the days ahead and how this world might just go.
Brent says Dolly the sheep was cloned in 96. Look at the advancements since then.
Yeah, now we got dire wolves because we need to bring those back. This way they can hellhounds, I think, is what they call those.
Yeah,
it's
great.
Shit.
It's great. It's great.
Jurassic Park means not. We saw what happens. They were like, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
These are the people,
mammoths are next.
These are sociopathic people. Yeah,
Livingston, man, imagine. It's the apocalypse. It's the dead of winter. You and I are stalking a mammoth through Central Park in New York City with bows and spears. It's snowing.
We have to
Isn't
go
it amazing?
back.
Isn't it amazing?
We have to go back.
No, that's going forward. That's like the year
back.
2035. That's what we get to do in like 10 years.
We have to go.
That's what I'm saying,
now
man.
That
they
I
keep,
think
they
about
keep
it,
fucking around.
Keep doing what you're doing, white boy.
We're going to end up like... when I imagine city ruins, right, after an apocalypse that's not a military type apocalypse, you just imagine some destruction, some fires here and there because shit happens, right? It's the apocalypse. Things are going to happen. But very similar to what the heck is the name of that movie? Will Smith with the zombies.
I Legend.
Yeah, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yeah. The city kind of like that, where you're like literally hunting deer in Central Park in the city.
It's beautiful thought.
Right.
That's that Pripyat place. That's what that's like. It was a really cool snapshot in time. Here's what happens when a city is just straight up emptied and the people are never allowed to come back. That stuff's cool, man. So many videos of people like going to that kind of places. Urban exploration, they call it. What it is trespassing. But
what I want to do is
Donald here?
I want to get back to Donald's comment. He says, YouTube now tracks my YouTube account with my city in Apatoka, Florida location, Mike in the Livingston, man. Now, I feel that's relevant because this...
Are you using iPhone, Donald?
Plantar, right? Planetar, or whatever the hell the name of this new AI system that they are linking together, right?
I don't even know what these AI
So
things. Why is there
imagine,
so many
imagine,
of them? I thought
imagine.
AI is not one thing. It's like
AI
is
is everything, right? So imagine you have
What is
every
Grok?
camera that's around, everybody's Ring cameras, your Blink cameras, your traffic cameras, your security cameras. If it's connected to the internet, the AI is actively searching these things. So if you want to find somebody that you have facial recognition on,
I read an article that said that my smart light bulbs record my conversations. I was like,
it's true. It's
and
true.
I imagine the person listening to this like just melting down. Like, this fucking dude is.
Jen from the suburbs, indeed, Hudson Valley, New York, and welcome to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. So there's more and more cameras popping up, Livingston, man.
I got
The
one,
ones,
like,
yeah. But
one.
have you seen it? It looks like a giant Blink camera.
Well, I was
right?
watching the dude set it up. I mean, we drive. I mean, it's my neighborhood. I was like, what the hell is he doing? Like, who is that guy? No markings on the truck either, and they set up this weird, like you say, it looks like
It's a
big
pole, solar panel,
fucking,
and a camera. But it's an AI smart camera. I've seen these.
It's just like pointed at like the road, and like I feel like I want to go put like an offensive sign in front of it just to see who comes and deals.
Takes
with
the
it.
sign down. Yeah.
Hi, who are you?
Jen,
What are you
welcome.
doing?
Welcome from
what is
Central New York.
Why are you surveilling my neighborhood? You got a good reason, okay?
So
Trying to
my thought is
I
this.
thought they were trying to catch people
Livingston,
passing
man.
the school bus.
No, that's not it at all. These are solely surveillance cameras, I believe, government installed surveillance cameras, because there's no eyes out here in the rural areas, right? I think the folks who are trying to evade folks like the federal government, they're not hanging out in New York City. They're not hanging out in Jersey City. They're not hanging out in Philly. They are away from the populations, out in the countryside, and they're not seen. They have to move around because we live out here. Everything is 25 fucking minutes away from wherever the hell you live out here,
This is a
right?
surveillance society.
This is what's coming. This is what's coming our way.
But they've also instilled this propensity in us to film
So not only
ourselves.
not only are you
tag
filming
ourselves with
yourself,
GPS and
you're
everything
always
else.
being tracked by this.
You know,
Even when it's powered off,
Do you know that's how the drone,
GPS still does it.
you know that's how the drone strikes work, right?
Yeah, GPS your location, kablooey.
It's the phone.
Listen. The government was experimenting with camera systems on balloons in Iraq and in Afghanistan when we were there, right? They would send up a balloon, a tethered balloon, as high as they could get it up, and this balloon had cameras on it. The cameras on the balloon could pick up anything the size of a soccer ball on the ground that moves and track it with 100% accuracy. And it's doing this in multiple cities at the exact same time. That's how powerful the government's AI is, Livingston, man. They sent some of these projects across the entire country on ISR balloons, right?
What's that stand for?
It's something surveillance and reconnaissance, right? Something surveillance and reconnaissance. But they fly them with these cameras. They can literally watch everything that moves on the ground in like 7 cities simultaneously from high altitude. That's how advanced their AI is. When you couple that
That's how advanced the
with
space system is. People are
everybody-
like, why do we need NASA? It's that because that's what they
with
actually
everybody carrying their GPS tag in their pocket, they literally have a network real time of every ant marching, right? Where you're going, what you're doing, who you're with, how long you're with them, right? This does it on its own. Plus, that just reports back to Big Brother, and well,
It knows you. And there was a point in history where it was becoming too obvious. Like, I got a phone, like, and it worked good, you know, like finally a smartphone and stuff. In earlier days of Google, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? But it was like, I see that you go to this place often. Is this where you work? And like naive, I'm like, yeah.
yeah.
But
it starts setting different places for you.
It knows where you are. It responds to your certain habits. It knows what networks to connect to you, to me, to us. It's again, the word of the evening is innocuous. It's sounds harmless, but actually has ramifications that like went way over what anybody thought they would do with technology like this.
So the Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi.
Now it knows who you have been even close to. Bluetooth is what they call an NFC, a near field connection.
Yeah, but
or near field communication.
So Wi-Fi, right? When you walk into, let's say Staples, right? We walk into Staples, we're meandering around the store, and we stop in front of something in the store. The Wi-Fi literally maps where you stopped, and then it's going to target you ads in the future for whatever was in front of you in that aisle. That's how technological these mofos have gotten. They've broken everything down, right?
On the same page, maybe not on the same page, but on the next page of that, is that I kind of want a commerce experience that is that. Like, I want to walk in the store, it knows who I am, fucking I know where to get what I'm going to get. And I walk out of the store with it. It bills my like digital credit card. Like now, without like the threat of cyber hacking and world war and all this other shit, we could live in a utopian space age society where that sort of thing just works. Of course, you got to have a little bit of that underlying authoritarianism in there. Like we have yet to figure out a way to make an actual utopia without some sort of like, authoritarianism. Even Brave New World, sort of the other 1984, whereas Orwell's vision in 1984 was like brutal oppression, like through violence and attacking.
No, this is subversion.
With Brave New World, it was like they used chemical hallucinogens and stuff, and they specifically bred people like a real eugenicist kind of thing. But it was a utopia. Like at no point in the novel was anyone alleged to be unhappy except the one dude that wasn't brought up in it. So in Fahrenheit 451, like, they were trying to erase all the knowledge that we used to have. If you ever find old books, you should keep them.
Yeah. Sorsha says, can't you turn off the GPS location on your phone? So there is a button that says you can.
Turn off the button. That's what it does.
But it doesn't turn off the GPS location of your phone.
Turn off your digital assistant, like mute its mic, and then say its name. And watch it tell you that your microphone is off, but it's like, aha. But how did you know?
So Roddy Hood said, it's amazing when you're in the middle of nowhere and your phone doesn't work except for Google Maps. Roddy Hood, you are on to something, my friend. And they have a solution for that. Because there are some dead spots where they have to, like, really work hard. Like somebody's actually got to like tap into your phone to listen to your shit because you're out there, right? You're in the middle of fucking nowhere, no service, no nothing. Everything's dead. Phone's off. Batteries drained to zero, which they don't care about your battery. They still access your stuff regardless of a battery or not.
When I was 20 years old, that was reality.
Mm-hmm. And that was a long time ago.
Back in my day, when I was a crusty young fucking punk with a mohawk and fucking piercings and shit, cell phone, quote the Livingston Man, cell phones are for rich people.
Now we all got them. Gary Live, good to see you.
I don't know how old everybody is here, but I'll date myself in saying that like there's some things that we have in modern society we're already taking for granted.
For sure.
That I thought that only the fucking rich, powerful, famous, no way would I ever have that.
Yeah.
Our first, I was like 10 years old when we got our first color television, and it was 19 inches.
Yeah, killer.
Our preview screen right over here is like
24 inches. Yeah.
The screen we're watching this on is like, I don't know.
Rabid Coyote, you're onto it. You got the answer to Roddy Hood's question. Rabid Coyote is a beta tester with T-Mobile now for the DTC system. I have AT&T for my carrier. I actually also signed up to be a beta tester for that, and I have not heard anything back from them yet. I am a Verizon customer. But because of these dead zones and shit like that, Livingston, man, well, Mr. Elon Musk says, listen, we can connect to anything, anywhere from our satellites. Billy says T-Mobile don't work in Missouri.
So I was
It will once it's connected to the satellites.
I was getting to Elon, SpaceX, and them, and whereas NASA is a civilian agency, and by some
A government agency.
it's a civilian.
It's
agency.
Yeah, walk in there and tell
NASA
them that I'm the people. I own this motherfucker.
No,
Let me know what happens.
No, but what I mean is NASA is not counted as the armed forces.
Correct. It's a little separate from that.
So
It's not the Space Force.
what NASA can do is it's science missions and it's stuff like this. By treaty, you can't have weapons in orbit and this and that other thing. But what they can do is with companies like SpaceX is get around that. Because that's a private contractor, and Elon's got the means. He didn't sign no treaty. He didn't sign no contract. They didn't imagine a company like SpaceX could ever happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Elon's your boy and shit, but like,
I don't trust them. Listen,
for my biblical folks,
them and us.
Elon looks like he's a strong contender
Cyborg.
for either the Antichrist or the Whore of Babylon is how I'm identifying him. If I had to pick some world leaders that I think hold biblical significance, I'm building a list and it's kind of working out. And I'm like, this don't look right. I think we're watching prophecy unfold.
Ohio
Cups.
Valley Prepping says
Bulls being poured out. The 4 horsemen are riding unopposed.
the great eye is always watching. There's them, Livingston Man, and there's us. There is the 1%.
There is no
elitist.
you in them.
There is the 1% elitist, the rich upper class
no I
that
in
run
us.
the world.
Fuck.
There is a little bit of old money that is still hanging on. These folks are old. They are not going to be holding on to it for very much longer, right? That just time-wise, right? Some of these people are 80, 90 years old now. Let's face it, they're on the downslide here. So, that being said, that money is going to change hands here soon, right? It's going to be passed probably on to children
They're charitable foundation.
who have different views than their parents did.
I've set up a charitable foundation. We're going to squander all of
And
Granddad's money on new drywall and expensive
We've
paintings.
seen what the heiress to Walmart has done with some of her money. She helped create this whole No Kings protest thing, right?
Cool.
So, and what you found out from the No Kings protest is that majority of these folks were older,
bought some people a house.
60s to 90-year-old older people who got out with their signs on the side of the road and said, "We don't want any kings. We feel you're acting like a king. We don't want any kings." And that was the end of it, right?
They're the aristocracy themselves, though. These entitled white people with the blue hair, these blue-haired necrophiliacs with like mental health issues you see in the streets, like freaking the fuck out. These are people of means. They're actually like they literally have like they're privileged. They have nothing better to do. I have a dual feelings about how conservatives tend to be about protesting or demonstrating as what it's actually supposed to. A peaceful protest should be called a demonstration. You have demonstrated your point of view. You have played the show for the audience and left the stage. A protest is when you're like being a freaking prick about it. But conservatives often say I couldn't make the protest because I had to work. But it is indeed why. I can say it's a cop out with my left hand, and I can say I get it with my right hand.
Yeah.
Because
We all get it.
It becomes a class issue, and then it becomes we tried beating their ass. We tried knocking them out with frying pans. We tried all this, like, chaos in the streets and opposing each other and being retarded, ridiculous. But what if we approached each other from, again, like I will continuously advocate for, is not like some violent overthrow of anything, but a better class consciousness on like that. I don't know how many people are in the world, but let's say there's 8 billion, right? Probably heading for 9.
Sure.
But of the 8.9 billion of us, we're like in the same general position. And then there is like this just, we the people seem to have no control over like world events. We get to sit back and wake up in the morning and hope to not be horrified by what is happening.
Get fed the daily dose of doom.
Frankly, I'm tired of it. As citizens, we can make like satellites fly through space, and we can see black holes with our telescopes, and we can have harnessed nuclear energy. We have
get it together, man.
It's the COVID. We have done so much, and however it is that we did it across history here, from building the pyramids to like shooting freaking rockets at the moon. We can't solve our own like human condition. We feel the need as humans to make someone else suffer for something perceived was done to us, but that wasn't. But when we all share in the same hellscape that you see today in the world, and we act as though like we're all on some different planet from one another.
Kane Corso says, think they can track you now. Wait until the satellites kick in. Brother, I think they're already working.
Brother, that's what GPS is. The S in GPS stands for...
satellite.
Easy enough. They can get you...
Eric, have a great night, brother.
With a great signal, they can get you within 3 feet just with GPS alone.
I see that
they tell you.
YouTube tonight has decided to cap this stream about 60 people. Epic low turnout. It's not
my liberal left-wing views. I'm sorry, guys. Do you want me to start like praising Trump? Maybe I shouldn't.
The Dark Horseman. Hey, that's me.
Should I impersonate Trump? Would that be?
Ooh, maybe that's human nature. Maybe it must exist. Well said, the Dark Horseman. Man.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't go to 4th of July events anyway, because here's the cool thing. Like, I don't go to events, basically. I don't leave my fucking house.
He's geo-fenced. He can't go anywhere.
Sort of a shut-in, right, mate? But when you mix drunken Americans and explosives...
Yeah.
It's
bound to be a banger.
Yo, you guys go rock out, have fun. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying I'm not standing that close is all. Like, I have this, like, self-preservation thing. Like, don't die and shit.
Well,
Plus, you know what?
Don't break the #1 rule of survival, Livingston, man.
I play the guitar, and
you need your fingers to do that.
And hands. I only need 2 on this hand, but I can't be one of those people. Hand all blasted apart.
Only the ones with the real long fuses, the ones that say light and run.
When they say don't try this at home, don't try this at home. Don't do it. Don't light fireworks.
Rapture Ready, it's built in. It's built in. He doesn't need a collar. It's built in. You just hit the button and it brings him right back.
I'm like trained like a good cat. Like I just know my perimeter and I just patrol it.
Listen, I think the biggest thing is Roaming Prepper had a live earlier today, and he was stressing to everybody, do not live in fear. Live your life. Go out, do your things. Go see your friends. Go to that concert. Go on that vacation. Do the things. Enjoy your life. It's what did he say earlier? He said it's almost like a slap in the face to your enemy to be out there having fun, living your life, doing things that make you happy, right? Do it.
Letting what irritates you live rent-free in your head. It's what we call this on the internet, right? People like to poke this barb around, especially when it comes to like who is the president of the United States. And I see it from both. People get too caught up in like yo, with the political shit. Listen, I
get caught up in your house, bro. Get
yo,
caught up in your house.
Pictures of your cat, dude. I don't give a fuck what you think about Trump and what you think about this, what you think about that. I got the news. I make my own opinions. I don't need you to be like sharing fucking stuff. I feel like I've outgrown the meme culture. I'm like, yo,
it's getting old. The whole,
it's
getting old, man.
What are you for dinner tonight, man? And this is by doing so, by turning inward as people, or I guess like becoming more extroverted, really, telling our own story. But they're already watching us. They're already fucking looking down on us. They know the license plates. They know where you went. They got the air pressure sensors in the tires. How do those fucking things even work? But it knows. You can take the tire off and it fucking knows how much time. What the hell was this? They had that shit long ago. That was the test, bro. But anyway, is the key to defeating this bullshit in our lives is to both turn inward and then outward.
Yeah. Well, once you find yourself, then you can help others along the way, right?
Instead of all this
self first.
Instead of like parroting like what we all made up our fucking minds about like 10 years ago, dude. I don't care. Like, I want to see pictures of your cat. I want to know what you have for dinner. Like, I want to know like more people's human experience than this AI generated shit, or I'm just sharing someone else's shit and this and that thing. Here we are on YouTube. Everyone here has the potential to be a creator. And I suggest that you do so. Yeah. Tell your truth. Tell your life. Tell your story.
It's YouTube, so everything's about you. Yeah, so the main character syndrome thing is real.
I have been accused of having main character syndrome, and I retort that I challenge you to catch main character syndrome. Do it. The more of us that... And tell your story, your life. Enough of this mindless scrolling on social media. You're trying to find. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the thing that I have not yet created.
You're chasing the fucking dragon, brother. You'll never find it. It's over. It's an endless doom scroll of nothing.
Cherokee Survival wants to know, what's the cost of those Keystone lights in New York?
These are cheap, dude. The 24 ounce is why I get them. I think they're like $1.99, like for like 2 beers
plus tax and deposit.
Yeah. That's why I drink them, bro. Hold my stones, bro. Plus America.
Hotlines Tribe. Sorry, man. Sometimes YouTube's been terrible tonight. It goes through its phases. Donald Huth says that the AI is taking over the YouTube.
People don't want to hear my message of unity. People want to rise up. They want to burn this motherfucker. I know.
Listen, find your tribe.
I mean,
find your tribe.
I didn't
find your
say
people.
you didn't. I didn't say
Let it go.
I didn't say you didn't have to do that. I just was saying, like, looking past that. I mean, at first there's...
Yeah, we're humans. We're all humans. We're all humans together. We're all stuck together on this big marble, at least until our Wednesday comes for us, right, Livingston Man? So
when we all die, we're going to do it together. So it's ironic that though we lived in division the entire time, that we would all die at once.
Giant fucking meteor, 2025.
We talked about this if you guys don't watch the Horseman podcast, you're missing out because there's some context and you might miss some things we talk about. But somebody asked, like, what will save humanity? And we were like...
Giant fucking meteor. Yeah, aliens. Aliens will save humanity.
There was nothing that would ever. It was very hard to find
the common enemy.
Something that would bring us together.
Yeah, that everybody, regardless of race, religion, creed, nation of origin, everybody needs to hate on the thing that's from like outer fucking space, Livingston Man. Maybe the moon cracks open and the fucking starships come out at us, right?
Some people would join them.
Yo, then we load them on Elon's rocket and send them to him.
Sacrifice. Take that.
Bye, Felicia.
Eric Capman, why does everything involve something coming into or going out of my ass?
Oh, man. TDDR says fallen angels. Could be, man. Could be.
Those are already here among us, the watchers and whatnot. We
Yeah.
we don't have time to get into them.
Well, that's another.
We did show up like 10 minutes
episode.
late because Mike had to drive fast, take chances. Get up in
Yeah,
here.
nah, I was working, bro. I was working on the road. On the road. Red Cardinal, what's good? Stay vigilant this weekend, right? Friday is the 4th of July.
It's
Get
so
out
easy
there
to
and
do. I mean, listen, like, yo, when
Enjoy it, man.
you wake
Enjoy
up,
it.
you wake up in the morning, you're like, fucking bullshit.
Nah.
But you get up and you get vertical and you do your damn thing anyway, don't you? And never give that up. If you have nothing else in you, just get up, get vertical, do your thing.
Get the coffee, right? Get up, get vertical, get coffee.
Yeah, I gotta feed the cats first. Okay, like they really don't.
Yeah, the
it's about them.
Snorador don't screw around. She food now. Yeah. Rob B says, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." On that note, screw you guys, I'm going home. We're out of here. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Thank you for joining us on this We All Gonna Die Wednesday. We appreciate you being here. Smash that like button if you're hanging out, if you're having a good time. Share this live stream. That's
Share
how,
the patriarchy. Smash the like button.
That's how the community grows.
Money buttons
And,
up there too, if you were so
yeah,
inclined.
do the thing. Do the thing.
Anyone of privilege in the live stream.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Livingston, man, could you do me a favor and roll that beautiful bean footage?
Let me do it. We all go.